one, any outie. You don't have to label them, just so you know. And it's coming from 5.4. I know it's any outie because there are 3 terms just like these first 2, but there's a number in front. Is there a common number we could take out of that problem? No. So I know I can go ahead and do my 2 sets of parentheses. The only way to get 3 is 3 and 1, or 1 and 3. Got to put my x's in. What number did y'all choose for 20? That can multiply 20. You said 4 and 5? Okay, let's try. I'm going to try putting 4 here and a 5 here. But you have to make sure it works. So my inner 2 numbers, when I multiply, give me 4. My outer 2 numbers, when I multiply, give me 15. Now, if I add 4 and 15, that doesn't give you 11. But what if you subtract them? Would it give you 11? Yes. So I know that's my set of numbers. Now, if I have to subtract them, they have to be different signs. The bigger number gets the negative. You have to look at these numbers as your big numbers. You don't look at each one. Which one here is my big number?
15.
So this is going to get the negative. This is going to get the positive. But that's not showing me what the signs are in my actual answer. So I have to remember this minus, if it's down here, it's going to go to this number. And this plus sign goes to this number.
Skip that part, I was kind of guessed because I figured, but just so I can remember, is it always going to be the number on the bottom?
Goes to the right.
Always goes to the right?
Because think about it, if you were to multiply now, 3 times negative 5 gives you that negative 15. We wouldn't want to put it there because that 4 and that 3 have nothing to do with each other.
How can you
But can 3 go into all of them? You only take a 3 out of the entire problem if it can be divisible by 4. If it can't, you have to keep it inside. Chris?
So should we determine it like that, or it's the same rule? It's the same as saying that the sign for the 11x in the middle term gets passed to the larger constant, right?
Correct. But if you're just looking at these numbers, sometimes, and we've seen it, the 4 might get the negative, but that's not really your bigger number because you have to look at these numbers to figure out which one's the bigger number. Because if you just look at those, sometimes the 4 actually gets the bigger number, or the sign, even though it's a smaller number. It's because of what was made here. So you have to look at those inner numbers to determine. What type of factoring is number 4? Remember the word? Grouping. And grouping was in 5.2. So the first thing I need to do, group the first 2, group the second 2. What can I take out of the first set? What's the common?
The
X.
The X. So I'm going to take the X out. I'm left with an M in the first term plus a P in the second term. So that would be my first part. Bring down your plus sign. What's my common letter in the second set?
R.
R. M in the first set plus P in the second set. Then you make sure, these match. If they match, remember that's going to be your first answer. So M plus P. There's binomial there. And then the second binomial is the outside stuff. So we have an X plus R. And there's your second step.
Hey, back to number 3. Can you show us an equation where you said the 4 wouldn't always work?
Yeah, give me a second because I have to make it up. I can't put them off the top of my head. I have to see if I can find them. Let me give you 2 others that will work. Let's try these 2. 2x squared minus 18 3x squared plus 12x plus 12. Remember, always see if there's a common number you can take out first.
I have a question about number 4.
Number 4, sure.
Does it matter for like future factoring if do we have to put N plus P first
No.
and then X, we doesn't?
We switch.
Okay.
Yeah. They can always be switched.